Well, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shen Briscoe. And today today is Wednesday, June the 28th, 2023. Today we're going to give a happy birthday shout out to QueenLady Jay and William King. So without further ado, here's a birthday song for the two of you. Hey William. Hey QueenLady. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So, happy birthday. I'm gonna say, you know, you're 1 more year older today, so happy birthday to you. I said, hey, QueenLady. Hey, William. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. All right. Hey, that's all the Shin Show shout outs we're going to do for today. Hey, look, there's a diligent scrubber working back there behind us. He's done passed now. Not passed in the sense of, passed. He's finished in that area. Anyway, what are we going to do today? We're just going to weather forecast it and we're going to story tell it. And then we're going to be pretty much done for the day. That's what we're going to do today. I don't even know if I'm going to sing on account. It's 7:30. I was going to bring you the whatchamacallit. I was going to drop the link for the church for the weather forecast, but it's too late. That Bible study is nearly over already, so too late to do so. 91 degrees for the today's high temperature. Smoke again. That's where that smoke's been coming from, the Canadian fires. So that's what smoke meant yesterday. And so we're still under it. There's a marginal risk of severe weather tonight, but the smoke in the skies, the smokes that you smell, that's Canada. The winds are coming south, apparently, enough to bring that down here to us. It's a hazy, gray, hazy days. 89 degrees out there right now, and well, there's a other than that, there's a heat advisory for 2 more days, at the very least. Because, well, tomorrow we're going to be jumping way up there. Sorry about not being lined up and ready for you, but there. Now we're ready. Partly cloudy this evening, scattered thunderstorms developing after midnight. Low chances of rain, 39%. Low temperatures are going to be 78 degrees Fahrenheit with south to southeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then for Thursday, June the 29th, partly cloudy skies near record highs. Temperatures with high degrees of 102 degree temperature. Winds are going to be southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So we're going to have another smoky day. Partly cloudy in the evening with more clouds for later in the night. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. Low temperatures of 76 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, June the 30th, mostly clear skies early and then partly cloudy in the afternoon. Stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High temperatures of 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies early and then scattered thunderstorms developing later at night. Low temperatures of 73 degrees Fahrenheit and winds will be south to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. You'll have a better chance of rain throughout the night, better, twice as better than during the day because it's going to be about 40% chance. Saturday, July the 1st. That's like July 1st. Mostly clear skies during the morning hours, followed by some thunderstorms in the afternoon. Hot temperatures, highs of 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%. Thunderstorms are quite likely in the evening. Low temperatures of 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 80%. Sunday, July the 2nd. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Gusty winds and small hail are possible. High temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. So, partly cloudy skies overnight. Low temperatures of 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Upper atmosphere is going to have to be really doggone cold for us to get that pebbly hail because 86-degree temperature, by the time it gets to us, it's going to have to be melting rather quickly. Monday, July 3rd. Few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. High temperatures around 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies overnight. Low temperatures of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be light variable east to southeast at 6 miles per hour. And that, my friends, was your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Alrighty then. We're a little bright lighted, aren't we? Got that extra light down the hallway. It's kind of throwing a little extra light on the scene that we normally don't have. But watch this. No, floor's still wet. We'll skip it. Floor's still wet. We're gonna track up your floor, so we were gonna have a magic trick. The light was gonna go off, but you would have seen the magic behind the scenes. Would have been the same scrubber that was back there a while ago. That scrubber was going to reappear and flip off a light switch. But no, I decided not to. Scrubber would just deface his own work. All right, let's see where we at. What are we doing? Yeah, we do have a friend, a liker out there. Actually, they just liked it and left, which is okay. It's always all good. What did I want to do? We're just going to go ahead and throw the story time up for the kids because, well, it's always a good thing. Where are they? Oh, there they are. 5-minute bedtime stories. That's what they are. The Dudley Ugly. No, we're not going to do the Dudley Ugly. Mm-hmm. Sleeping Beauty. It's not the same Sleeping Beauty, but we'll give it a shot. We're going to do Sleeping Beauty. It's not the same Sleeping Beauty as all the rest of the Sleeping Beauties, I think, because it's a cross between two different. Oh, no, it's not. This is the one where she pricks her finger with the uh, spinning wheel, and I was sitting there thinking about Rumpelstiltskin. So, long ago in France, there lived a king and a queen. More than anything, they longed for a child. At last, to their great happiness, the queen gave birth to a little girl. All the bells in the land were ringing with joy. The king and the queen invited all the fairies in the kingdom to the naming party for the baby. And what a party it was! Plates of silverware or of pure gold were set with care before each guest. But one fairy, Maleficent, who had left 50 years before and had not been seen in all that time, showed up at the door. Quickly the king and queen found a place setting for the new guest. But alas, the plate and the silverware were not of pure gold. This made the old fairy very angry. Now soon it was time for each fairy to give her blessing to the baby. But when it came to Maleficent's turn, she stood up and she pointed her long finger at the sleeping baby girl in the cradle. I declare before all of you that Maleficent called out that this child on her 16th birthday shall prick her finger on a spindle of a spinning wheel and die. Well, with a whoosh of smoke, the evil fairy vanished. Everyone cried out with alarm, as you can imagine. But one fairy had not yet given her blessing. So the king and the queen asked this fairy, whose name was Merryweather, to reverse the curse. Merryweather shook her head sadly. That is not possible. But she could soften the curse. And so she did. On her 16th birthday, she said, when the princess pricks her finger on the spinning wheel, instead of dying, she will fall asleep for 100 years. 100 years, said the queen and king. After our daughter turns 16, we will not know her anymore. The king ordered every spinning wheel in the kingdom to be brought to the palace and burned. To be extra sure, the princess would not be anywhere near a spinning wheel. He also ordered the fairy Merryweather, along with two other fairies, Flora and Fiona, to take the baby far away. Well, the fairies would raise the child in a cottage deep in the woods, and there they would keep her safe until after her 16th birthday. After that day, it would be safe to bring her back, and the princess, who had been named Aurora, to the castle. And so, after her 16th birthday, oh, Aurora grew up knowing no other, no others than the three fairies, whom she knew as her aunts. The animals of the forest were her friends, and the birds and the deer, the chipmunks and the rabbits followed her around as she fed them treats and and cooed to them. Some of you kids may not know what cooed means, but that's what your mommy and daddy do for you when they hush you. They ooh and coo and sing little lullabies, whatever it takes to make you relax after you've been nurtured. Well, from this time she was little, Aurora was told that she must stay inside the hills that surround them. She did not mind that in the least. The woods were wide and deep inside the hills, and there was plenty of room for her to play. One day, Aurora came home to the cottage to find three aunts preparing a party. "What's going on?" she said. "Tonight we'll be celebrating your 16th birthday," said Flora. "It is," said Aurora. "That means tomorrow I will go back to the castle." "Yes," said Merryweather, "we have kept you safe from the spinning wheel curse for 16 years. Soon it will be time for you to take up your royal life as a princess. And the first thing for you will be to get married," said Fiona. "Married already?" said Aurora. "Do you know who I'm supposed to marry?" "We do," said Fiona with a wave of her hand. "But there is no need to worry about that, even if he's a bit strange. Some might say a bit horrid. You won't have to spend much time with him after all. And he does come from a fine family," Flora added with a quick smile. "Wait a minute," said Aurora, pulling back. "Why do you say he's a bit horrid?" "It's best not focus on such things, dear," said Merryweather. "Just do everything your husband tells you to do," said Flora, "and you will be fine." "This is not turning out like I thought," cried Aurora. "How long did I have to stay married?" "For the rest of your life, of course," said Fiona. "No, no, this is all wrong," cried Aurora. She turned away and then said in a firm voice, "I would rather prick my finger on the spinning wheel and fall asleep for 100 years than to have to marry someone I don't want to marry. Maybe by that time, when I wake up, people will have to get married won't have to get married if they don't want to." And she ran out the door. "Dear me," said Merryweather, to go to sleep. "Dear me," said Merryweather to the other two fairies, "I don't believe that went over so very well." Aurora ran deep into the woods where her animal friends lived. A deep A deer hopped beside her, along with rabbits and chipmunks. "We have to get her out of here," she said to all of them, and then pointing to a mountain pass, she said, "We will go right through the hills." Soon Aurora came to a road, and in the distance was a carriage coming closer to her. And as the rider approached, her animal friends scattered. "Hail," said the stranger. "I am afraid my carriage scared your pets away." May I give you a lift? Aurora had never seen a man before, but she couldn't think about that unless she could find a spinning wheel. The very next day, her aunts would take her back to the palace. Actually, said Aurora to the stranger, there is something I need a great deal. What is it? Said the stranger, hopping out of the carriage. Very nicely dressed was he, and well mannered too. A spinning wheel, said Aurora. A spinning wheel, said the stranger, but there is none left in the land. Everyone knows that. Well, you see, said Aurora, rubbing her hands together, I have this friend. She needs a spinning wheel in the worst way. Aurora looked directly at the stranger. It's a matter of life and death. The stranger looked at Aurora's eyes, and at last he said, I may know one, but this needs to stay between you and me. The stranger stepped closer. Not far from here lives an old woman who spun yarn all her life, and when the orders came to burn all the spinning wheels, she could not bear to let go of her beloved spinning wheel, since it had been in her family for many years. She came to me, he said, pointing down the road. I am a prince from the next kingdom. She begged him to let her store it away safely, and so I put it in the attic room of my castle tower, where no one ever goes until the 16th year has passed. Would you take me to your castle tower? Said Aurora. I shouldn't, said the prince. Then, after a moment, he said, but I will. She stepped into his carriage, and soon they were at the tower, and they both stepped out. The princess said, this is not for your friend, is it? Thank you for taking me here, said Aurora. I will always remember your kindness. Now, if you please, I must do what I must do. Aurora turned and went up the tower stairs, and in the very last stair, the door in front of her creaked open, and inside all was dark and musky. She could barely take a step for all the spider webs. But she pushed them aside and stepped forward. There in the far corner was the spinning wheel. From a small window she could tell the sun was already setting. I hope this works, she said, before it's too late. Aurora held out her finger to the tip of the spindle, and microphone off. To the tip of the spindle, and one tiny droplet of blood dripped from her finger. At once Aurora felt dizzy. She fell into the old dusty velvet blanket that lay on the attic floor, and she fell into a deep sleep. Moments later, all the others in the castle, servants and royals alike, fell asleep too, and so did the prince, who was still waiting for her outside the tower. Within hours, thorns and vines had sprung up and wrapped around the castle so thickly that no human or beast could pass through. For 100 years, Aurora and the others slept. After 100 years had passed, Aurora blinked her eyes awake. Then all the others in the castle also awoke. Everyone started to do what they had been doing when they had fallen asleep 100 years before. The thorns and vines around the castle melted away. Aurora stepped down in the tower stairs to find the prince. Together, they stepped into the prince's carriage. Down the road to the market square, they discovered a whole new world. Bicycles and streetcars, cameras and streetlights, such marvels to behold. Perhaps best of all, they learned that the strange new time, it was quite all right for young women and men to get to know each other, and if that's what they wanted to do, and even perhaps to fall in love. As Aurora and the prince took each other's hands to explore the wonderful new world together, that is exactly what they would wanted to do. And so they fell in love and was married and lived happily ever after. And the thing is, that was the same uh, the same prince that she was supposed to marry in the first place. She just didn't know no better. All right, hey, that brings us to the Daily Bread portion of the program. And the Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2023, which is going to include Job 11 through 13 and Acts 9 1 through 21. Today's devotion in the Daily Bread portion of the program is When You're Lonely. And today's scripture will be Psalm 23. So here we go. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, Lord. Your robe, your rod, and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. There you have it. That was Psalm 23. When you are lonely, remember the Lord is always with you. Alrighty then. Hey, that looks like it. That's the Shen Show. I do have one song for you, and it goes, well, goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So, goodbye, my friends, goodbye, goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello, and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know, God loves you, and so do I. So come back and see us again tomorrow because, well, we'll be here. And we hope that you are too. Please like and share. Bye bye.